Hey guys, Icy Talons here, bringing you another Dragonflight DK video. This video is the 60 to 70 Frost DK leveling guide. We will take a look at some leveling talents, what I recommend to speed up your leveling process as much as possible, and then also talk a little bit about rotation, some tips and tricks, and some enchants you can use to speed up the leveling process. Yep. To start off, here's my talent leveling build. It might look a bit odd because it does differ quite significantly from what you will actually be playing at max level. The whole point here is to get as much upfront damage as possible, as well as talent into the ability to clear big groups of mobs at the same time, right? The most efficient way to level is generally to pull multiple mobs and then AoE them all down and then go to the next group of mobs, pull them all, aid them out, so on. That's why if you look in Spectre, we pick up Absolute Zero, so Frostwind Fury and Absolute Zero. This is what you will start off with at level 60, so you want to pick that up. And it's because every 1.5 minutes we can pull as however big we want and then just obliterate those mobs using our Frostwind Fury. It deals a ton of damage, it stuns them, makes sure that we kill them very quickly. Other than that, you know, two-hander or dual wheel, I think it's going to be best to run two-hander for leveling. It's a bit more oomph when it comes to you know, killing stuff quickly, and that's why I recommend pick up my first and Oasis here. If you don't do that, you can just allocate that point wherever you want. For the class-specific tree, we are looking for mobility, survivability, as well as the ability to, you know, burst down a lot of mobs at the same time. Some notable talents here are improved Death Strike, very important. When you kill mobs that grant experience, they will trigger Dark Succor, which is a passive that essentially makes it so that your Death Strike becomes free and heals for a lot more. And that just means that we can sustain ourselves in the leveling process without having to sit down and eat to regenerate. Speccing into improved Death Strike makes that even more powerful. It also makes it that you can kill a big group of enemies that you would otherwise not been able to kill. You know, pull them all together, you drop low, you kill something, your props Dark Succor, you can then use your Death Strike to heal yourself back up very efficiently. Some other notable ones, we have Depth's Reach here. Makes it so that we get some extra range in our Death Grip and we reset our cooldown whenever we kill a mob. This is very useful in leveling because we can pull in a mob, kill it, reset Death Grip, pull in another one, kill it, so on, you know. Just keep going with that high efficiency, high speed. Also, we will start off by going all the way down to Abomination Limb. This is a great cooldown for leveling. We can use it, and then we can, you know, pull enemies from afar using Howling Blast, right? And then that's going to grip them in, and we're going to do a big chunk of damage, you know, quickly kill them all efficiently. Right. That's all the talents, right? As I said, go down to Abomination Limb, and then go down to Empower Rune Weapon from there. I will post down in the comments like a exact route for you to follow if you want to do so. Now, for the rotation and tips and tricks, right? When we engage leveling mobs, right, they're going to be spread out. So we are going to pull them individually using Naked Howling Blast. This is like your primary tool of pulling mobs and aggroing them towards you. It's that and Death Grip, yeah? So what you're going to do is you're going to use Howling Blast and Death Grip to group them together. We're going to use Remorseless Winter to just deal that nice AoE damage. We're going to pop down our Death and Decay to get that good Obliterate Cleave, right? That's kind of like the core rotation. And then we fill in using Frost Strike or Glacial Advance, depending on the target count. So whenever you're fighting more than one enemy, you use Glacial Advance to spend your running power. Otherwise, you use Frost Strike. We also spend any procs of Rime we get on Howling Blast. Deals some nice AoE damage to all the mobs we pull. We use our cooldowns as much as possible, right? We want to use our pillar whenever we can to get that big strength boost. And as I said, we use our Frostwind Fury every 1.5 minutes to really do those big pulls. Whenever mobs die, you're going to get some Dark Secure procs, you spend on a Death Strike to heal you back up. And that's kind of it, really. You know, there's not that much else to it. You know, pull lots of mobs with Howling Blast, script them in, Monsters Win to FNK, Obliterate Cleave, and then, you know, Frost and Fury when you have it. And that's going to be your staple kind of rotation in the leveling process. For single target, it's a tiny bit different, because we're only going to use Frost Drag there, never going to use Glacial Advance, essentially. But it doesn't really make that much of a difference, right? The Frost Death Knight is quite famous for having a very similar single target and a rotation. You don't use FNK on single target, that kind of thing, yeah. Alright, rotation. Some other tips and tricks. So for the Runeforge, I do recommend picking up Rune of Unending first. This is actually a very uncommon Runeforge. We never use this at max level, but when you do level, it's very useful. Gives you some extra heal whenever you kill mobs, gives you some extra speed, makes everything just much quicker. If you're using dual wield, you will put Unending first on one weapon and then Fallen Crusader on the other one. And that's kind of it, you know. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know if this was useful to you. Leave an upvote, downvote, depending on what you thought about it. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.